Okay, let's be honest. We're all kind of obsessed with wealth, right? We're always chasing the right stocks, the perfect job, that next booming market. But what if we've been looking in all the wrong places? Today, we're going to explore a pretty radical idea that real, lasting wealth isn't found out there at all. It's actually found right here, inside of us. So let's dive in. So, if I ask you, what is wealth? What's the first thing that pops into your head? For most of us, it's probably a stock portfolio, a big promotion, or maybe getting that lucky break. You see the pattern? It's almost always something external, something we feel like we have to chase or just get lucky to find. And yeah, that makes sense. We've been taught to see wealth as this big prize we have to win, by timing the market just right, making the perfect career move, or just getting a lucky hand. But here's the thing, relying only on those external factors, that's a super fragile strategy. The real truth is, the kind of wealth that lasts is built on a foundation that's way more solid, and it's totally internal.
So this means we need to make a pretty big shift in how we see things. Instead of constantly scanning the horizon for the next big opportunity, we've got to turn that focus inward. I mean, think about it. Markets crash, jobs can disappear, but the one asset that is 100% yours, the one thing you can truly command, it's your own personal growth.
Just look at this comparison here. On one side, you've got the passive approach. This is where you're just waiting. You're waiting for conditions to be right, you're chasing things, you're reacting. Honestly, it's a game you just can't win. But then on the other side, you've got the proactive path. This is where you're intentionally upgrading your thinking, improving your skills, and building your own discipline. And that's not just a better strategy. It's where your real power is.
Okay, so how do we actually build this internal powerhouse? Well, it really boils down to 5 core principles. I want you to think of these as the rock-solid pillars for a whole new way of building wealth, one that's way more resilient. Let's break them down one by one. All right, principle number 1. This is huge. Stop waiting. Seriously, waiting for that raise, waiting for the economy to get better, waiting for the perfect moment. It's all just a fancy way of procrastinating. Real, meaningful change kicks in the second you decide to upgrade your own thinking and your own habits, no matter what's going on outside. Next up, principle number 2. This one will completely rewire how you think about your income. Most of us are taught to trade our time for money, right? An hour of work equals an hour of pay. But the real equation is this. You get paid for the value you deliver. So you want to earn more? The answer isn't just to work more hours, it's to become more valuable. So the obvious next question is, how do you become more valuable? Well, principle 3 lays out the blueprint. It's a totally active process. It means really looking at your own experiences, the good and the bad. It means studying people who've already succeeded. And it means constantly, relentlessly upgrading what you know. Growth isn't just something that happens to you. It's something you actively do. Now for principle number 4, and this is where the magic happens. We all know about compounding interest with money, right? Well, the same thing applies to your skills. Putting in linear effort just gets you linear results. But when you invest in your skills, they start to build on each other. They compound, creating this incredible exponential growth in your value and the opportunities that come your way. And our 5th and final principle kind of ties us all together. Taking responsibility is what actually creates freedom. Think about it. When you truly own your personal development, you're not waiting for a pat on the back from your boss or approval from a client anymore. You become your own engine. You're the one in the driver's seat, steering your own career forward. Now, these ideas aren't just some nice, timeless philosophy. They're basically an essential survival guide for the world we live in today. So let's connect this whole internal framework to the crazy, fast-paced, unpredictable economy we're all navigating right now. Let me just lay out the stark reality for you. In today's economy, stability is a myth. It's gone. Industries are literally changing overnight. So in this environment of constant change, your most valuable asset isn't your job title or how long you've been at a company. It's your ability to learn, to adapt, and to reinvent yourself on the fly. So who's actually thriving in this new game? It's the entrepreneurs, the top-level professionals, the really sharp investors. And it's not because they're just lucky. It's because they are actively living these principles we've been talking about. They're the ones seeking out mentors, they're journaling to clarify their thinking, and they are constantly working to refine their judgment. See, they don't chase success, they build the internal machinery that creates it. And this quote just nails it. We have got to stop treating our own personal development like it's some kind of weekend hobby. For the people who are building real, sustainable wealth, their growth is a core asset. They manage it with the same seriousness and intention as they would a stock portfolio or a piece of real estate.
Okay, let's bring this all home and talk about your controllable advantage. Because in a world that feels so uncertain, this is the one part of the wealth equation that you have complete 100% control over. And you can start right now.
So here are the key takeaways. This is what I want you to really internalize. Your income is a reflection of your value, not just how hard you work. Your internal discipline will always matter more than external conditions. Your skills, your thinking, your judgment, those are your real assets. And finally, all sustainable wealth starts with one thing: working on yourself first.
And all of this brings us to the only question that really matters at the end of the day. Your personal growth is your greatest asset. It's the one thing that compounds every single day and that no one can ever take away from you. So the real question isn't if you should invest in it. The question is, how are you going to invest in it starting today?